welcome back, welcome back. Hope you guys doing alright. I know I am. So today, I just want to give a little shout out to the little homie. Like I said in that other video, Dapper. I think I found your doppelganger. I mean, he doesn't look exactly like you, but he has that same type of feel. Very calm, talks very soft, looks intelligent, has that look of like he's busy or something, like he's doing something. And one day I'm sitting out in front of the old bat station out there, and I finished a video, and when you have no one to talk to about things, you talk to yourself, or maybe you don't, but I do, because a long time ago I found out that majority of geniuses, they say, I speak out loud. I don't talk to myself. I speak the thoughts that go through my head. I say them out loud because it helps me progress the thinking. So some of you are lucky enough where you can just keep all your thoughts in your head, and you get through your day. People like me, we think so much that we got to get this shit out. So as I'm sitting there thinking of the next video and talking to myself like, yo, bro, a lot is changing. You predicted a lot of things, and they're starting to come true. And you need to start working on reaching out to other people like you did in the beginning, so you can grow your channel and do the work. The Lord literally makes me pick certain people out from when I'm walking around, and I don't tell everybody about my channel. So anyway, we had a nice little talk for like an hour, half an hour that first day, and being an older black man and he's a younger 25-year-old black man, we don't really talk to each other about things, and that's not good, because most of us are alone. And it doesn't matter even if you're not alone, because most of us males on the black team, we don't breathe confidence into our children or our children's of our people. See, other people, they breathe confidence into their people. Even if they ain't worth shit, they still fucking congratulate them for the little things. They still reward them and all of these, they try to help them out. Meanwhile, in Thuggo Land, a kid could get straight A's. We think he's gonna be something, and no one fucking gives that kid money for nothing. Because he's smart, he gonna get a job, and he good. But the dudes that go to jail because they commit crimes, everyone fucking, we gotta raise money to get Ray Ray out of jail? For what? So he can go back next month? Now, I'm sorry, Ray Rays and Pookies and all that, but you going to jail for those couple years, and your little or older brother that's smart actually getting that money so he can go fucking do something? Don't y'all realize that he could have probably started a business, went to college, he could have did so many other things, and then he could have been helping you out? When you get out of that stretch and you come back to society and you're deemed as nothing, so no one to hire you, your fucking brother would have hired you. But you was bullied and punked him, right? We destroy ourselves. They taught us how. And I'm tired of fucking blaming them. You can't blame somebody that showed you how to beat yourself in the fucking head and then you keep doing it. We're past those days. We know who did what. We know how they did it. Now, what are we going to do to change it? You get it? We start by breathing life into the youth. And that's it. Congratulate them for doing shit. Tell them you're doing a good job. You're a fucking greater man than I was at your age. I don't care if you're fucking lying to them. Breathe life into these boys. No one else will. Meanwhile, we got fucking other nations of people. Their kid will get a fucking B. A C. They won't even graduate, and their fucking parents will tell them, I'm proud of you. You're still alive. You get it? You're still here. The drugs and alcohol didn't kill you. I'm proud of you. You fucking survived. You know what I mean? It's a joke. So, as I began to feel appreciated, because when I first seen him, like I said, we had the talk, and he invited me to get a drink with him. An actual drink, not a fucking liquor. And I was like, yeah, sure, bro, you know what I mean? I'm about to go to that store anyway. And so, you know, when you actually give a fuck about your people, you don't give a shit about what they're going to give you for free. You keep giving that information because you may never see them again. So as I'm pounding this kid's head with so much fucking different information and bigging him up at the same time, I forget to take the Gatorade. I leave. Haven't seen him since. Today, I go back over there. I see him. He goes, hey, bro, I want to give you that Gatorade. Like, you forgot it, yo. He was all happy to see me and shit. I said, yo, bro, thank you. I said, just for you being happy to see me, that fucking smile you gave, and then you're literally going to tell me, yo, bro, you didn't get your Gatorade last time, so I saved it. And I said, what the fuck? And then that made me think about the readers and different things that I've been watching, and the self-help videos and the Bible and all these things that keep saying you have to get into the mode of receiving. You can't always be hard. You can't always do things on your own. You have to be in the mode of receiving. And when you start to get in that mode, you'll notice, because people will start giving you shit. This is like the third or fourth person that gave me something this week. Like, and it's not big things, but still, I usually turn things down anyway. And I'm not gonna. Because I am in a mode of receiving. I've done so much work. I've done so much things for myself. I've built myself up enough to feel proud of myself and reaching my goals inside of a year, and starting a YouTube channel and helping certain people get jobs and a place to live, stopping other people from fighting, protecting some women that live next to me from their fucking beaten ass boyfriends. And I've done so many. It's all recorded, so I don't care. I don't have to. It feels good to record your deeds, because then nobody can tell you, nah, you didn't do that. Yeah, nah. It's like, nah, dog, I know what I do. And if this is only 1 year, what the fuck have I done in 40? Get it? So, I just want to say, I'm proud of the youth, definitely, because I haven't been around the youth in a long time. And it was so heartbreaking to watch so many be destroyed and not care. And just be like, I'm not going to even waste my time talking to them like a lot of older people said about me and my generation. And I'm glad I never gave up, and I'm glad I still do try to reach out to certain ones that have the look, or, you know, may not have the look of intelligence. Because more and more that I keep reaching out, or just paying attention to conversations when I'm walking down the street, I'm starting to see there are a lot of intelligent children. Not children, they're not children, but some of them are teenagers and children. But the youth is not as bad as I thought, even though there's a lot of, you know, they're fucking kids though. They gotta learn somehow. But that gives me hope for the future. And it gives me hope for what my father said is the truth. Because he said, our punishments would be the world's proof that he's real. And when I seen that young man, 25 years old, doing his thing with his girl, and like, perfect example. The other day I go get coffee. Old guy sends his fucking wife in to get bread and coffee and shit. She comes out with two big ass bags. This nigga looks at his wife and then just turns back around, makes her open the door and do it all herself. This young 25-year-old black kid, man, I see him walking and he's like, yo, give me a minute. I gotta go help my girl in with the groceries. I'll be right back. I said, you know how much of a fucking man you really are for doing that? He goes, what are you talking about? I said, bro, there's older dudes that are older than you, my age and up. Because there was a dude older than me. I said, there's dudes older than you and me that will literally send their wife into the get groceries and make their ass carry all that shit in the house. Man, whatever, bitch. I pay you for the shit. Or whatever the fucking old nigga was thinking. And I said, yo, bro, they destroyed us and we still fucking... You cannot break us. We will always go back to the Lord. There will always be a small group of us that will never let go of Him. Oh yeah, I forgot he said that was going to happen. Now, let's move on.
So, I'm 35, single, never been married, never had kids. And I feel like a child. Now bear with me. Listen to this. Firstly, everyone, please, I would love for you all just to hit the subscribe button right now, because the reason for that is I want this channel to grow. I want this to be a community for women, and I would just love you to take just a couple of seconds right now just to hit that.
I'm literally watching a woman that's only talking to women and learning about being a man. We need to stop with this thinking that we're all apart, because your story is my story and your story and my story will help you and me. You get it? And I'm not talking directly to this woman, but we have been separated so much. Like it's a joke.
Subscribe button. That would mean the world. I guess everything configured and put together, okay? And I somewhat feel like a child. And by the way, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with being 30 plus and not having everything in place. But I've got to be honest, I'm coming on this channel to be honest about my experience and how I'm feeling. And I do feel a little bit like a child. I feel that I lack responsibility in a way that other adults have.
Majority of us do. That was the plan. Get women to liberate themselves from men, go wild out, thus making you not have fathers. Thus your children won't really grow up, and then the mothers will lead them in the wild ways, and then maturity will stop, and then since you're raising the children too, that means the boys get raised by you immaturely, the children grow up to be bad bitches, and then we all get lost, and we all got to start waking up, because my father's real, and he's going to wake a generation of children up, because the second and third get cursed, but the next generation he don't curse them, so they're the ones that get to wake up.
And it's something that I kind of envy in a sense. I envy that adult responsibility because I just don't feel like it's aligning, and it's somewhat very confusing. I'm in like a juxtaposition of being an adult but also wanting the responsibility and not having it of an adult.
That's because we are used to TV and movies, and we really believe in our head, majority of people get together with each other and have a family. When we really don't realize, no, that's not true, and it's never been true. A lot of people die alone. So since they make us believe that's the only way, if you don't get that way, then you feel like your life's over, and it sucks. And because there's other life. There's the people that have children and the people that don't. And the people that have children build families. The people that don't have children build the world. They change things. They do things. They invent things. They help. You get it? Your life is not over. It's different now. Maybe I'm wrong, because no one else is explaining to us. Well, if you don't have a family in this cookie cutter world, well, what else is there? Oh, you're just a loser, and there's nothing else for you to do. Nah, fuck that. My father didn't make life like that. Man made life like that.
And I don't even know. It's a weird feeling to have that position. Anyway, so yeah, it's just an odd feeling because at this age, at 35, I would have expected that at least have a boyfriend. You know, I would have thought at least had one of these elements. At least, okay, at least have a partner. I would have at least had a child. I would have at least, I don't know, experienced marriage in my lifetime before 35. And
You get it? There are women out here with no children. She looks like she has her shit together. She's not in a one bedroom. Maybe she is. I don't know. Her shit looks nice. She's not in a fucking room looking like my shit all fucked up, you know. But hey, I take care of myself and I ain't gotta worry about headaches. Now, isn't that the thing that most men don't think is out there? Because we watch YouTube or see on the street, majority of women have babies or they're bad bitch summer wailing out. Does she sound like a bad bitch summer chick? Or does she sound like a chick that's, been through some things, probably had a couple partners, had to work on really becoming a grown up and said, I don't have time for all that. I've been through so much abuse that, I don't need all that. I'm good. And then you wake up after getting your goal and you leave all the bullshit, you get out on your own, you're living your life, and then you're like, wait up, fuck, I'm been set back, I'm older, and I'm supposed to have a kid already. You're not supposed to have a kid already. That's why you don't have a kid. Everything that happens is supposed to happen. If you would have had a kid already, you wouldn't be where you are. You wouldn't be doing what you were doing. You won't be teaching people and these women how to get over the things you got over. Because you'd be too busy running a rat race like everybody else. You see how my father still has use for you? And you still can get a husband. You still can have a kid. You just waited so long that you're 35 and now time's running out because the body says so. Once you can't have kids, you can't have kids. Doesn't mean you can't be loved though. There are some men that don't want kids.
I haven't experienced any of these adult-like responsibilities. Okay, I live by myself, so that is a responsibility, but I crave other responsibilities, i.e. becoming a mother. I just feel like there's a level of responsibility for another life that you cannot equate that or have the same level of correlation to paying rent or to doing those things. It's a completely different level of responsibility.
It's the greatest test of man and womanhood there is. There's nothing, you're never going to create anything better than a child. Your stupid ass invention, your business and all that, it doesn't mean shit. The greatest thing you ever will create is your kid because you created it's a version of you and it can talk back and fuck you up. It can ruin your life. So you actually have the beginning of your God now. You have your own Adam and they're in your garden. Get it? See, that's what happens when you have a kid, but they didn't teach you that in real life. They taught you you're just a man and you're a woman. No, when you have a kid, you're a god. Get it? You ain't him, but you are the man, aren't you? You lay down the fucking law, don't you? And if you say get the fuck out my garden, they gotta go. That's what she wants. That's what I want. We don't want to be parents. We want to be gods. And we want to raise angels, not men and women. We want to raise good people. Because it could be done. Because we've been tortured and we can do the opposite because we know. See, when you've been fucked up so much, you know how to be a good person. Do the opposite of what all those people did to you.
And it's a level of responsibility that, from my experience of what I've heard from people that have had children, completely changes your life as a person. You completely become somebody different, and there is something bigger than you, which I really want to experience. That I really want to experience to become the most selfless person that I can. And I think having children forces you to be as much as a selfless person as possible.
Look around the world and say that again. Because if it did, would we be dealing with this? No. Having a kid doesn't force you to do anything. it puts a whole lot of stress on you. It makes you aware of, yeah, I really gotta do shit, or I'm really not gonna do shit. And the more I don't do shit, the more I'm gonna, not be what I want to be. And either you let the fear cripple you, or you don't and say, well, I just gotta do the best I can. Hopefully, the partner I'm with will accept that. And when I fuck up, they'll try to help me get up. And if I flatline and this is where I am, they'll accept that and be like, all right, well, at least you ain't a bum.
And to take the focus off on you, but have another responsibility. And it's just something I really, really crave. Really crave. And it makes me quite upset. I mean, to be honest, yesterday I was literally had a bit of a breakdown because I was crying at the fact that I don't have this responsibility and why I don't have it. And it just made me really sad to know that I don't have that yet. And that I know I'm 35. I really know that I'm running out of time. Maybe I've got a year left max. I know. But it just made me really sad to know that potentially I would never have that level of responsibility.
As a man that wants children, or at least one, because I don't want to, you know what I mean? But you know how sad this makes me when I hear an eligible woman that looks good, doesn't have children, actually knows how to been through some really fucked up shit and got over it, so you can like, you can kind of take her trustability on seeing shit. And when you say, yo, this is this, they'll be like, yeah, I think that's what I'm seeing too. Because I remember when they was, you get it? So when you see this, and then you're like, God damn it, I knew there was versions of me. I knew there was versions of me out there, either with kids, maybe 1, 2, maybe 3, 4, whatever, but they're still gonna be like me. They have gotten over things. They want to do this craving or this responsibility or whatever you call it, God, growing up, whatever you. To me, I call it destiny. It's things that you want to do and things that it never gone away. You see, we all have these feelings. Some people don't want to have kids. They see the responsibility and they just say, "No, I'm not going to do it." Other people slip up, and they deal with it. Now, I'm realizing that how many of me in versions, female, black, white, Spanish, because she's Spanish, how many of me are really out here? Abusive parents, abusive friends, some good friends. You moved over here, you moved over there. You know what it's like to build a team. You know what it's like to say, fuck it, I'm by myself. You know what it's like to be on a little bit of the bad side. You know what it's like to be on the full good side. You know what it's like to slip and be in the middle of the shit. And now you're just like, you know what? I know what I want, and I don't care about being perfect at none of this shit. I know what I want, I know what I'm good at, and I know what I could do, And that's when I seen the biggest dilemma and how it all is bad. Between the COVID, the mental beatings, and the traumas that we all go through and make us scared to approach each other or trust someone when we actually do maybe start getting to know them. All those things combined is what keep us separated from each other. Then Corona happened. That's 5 years of everybody being separated. All these things that separate us and will always make us question, well, will it work, or blah, blah, blah. And that's when I realized everyone's got to put their big panties on and pull your pants up, put your big boy shoes on, and take the fucking risk or die alone. Now I see why Kevin Samuels used to get real frustrated. I'm like, yo, just die alone. Go the fuck up already. Put your fucking big shoes on and say, I like this person. Things seem like they could work, and we're going to try to make this work. And if it don't work, oh well. Do that. Or buy a dog and die alone. And that's when it really hit me too. I said we're really fucked because they did a mental number on the men and the women, as you can see, but they dug at our confidence so much that most men are not approaching women anymore. We can't even see the good ones. Like, she sounds good. Or if I put her next to a hot girl summer chick, you won't know the difference. They're dressed the same. Get it? You actually gotta be around them and listen to them talk. We can't get around Jews because we all look like Captain Thuggos or fucking slime balls. Or we're goofy, we're rusty with talking to women, so we're nervous, and you know, those first moments don't go as smooth, and women don't even know how to flirt anymore. Women, some do, you know, but when you're 35 and you think you only have a 2-year, 3-year window, and you're talking about, I want love and marriage, your options of not going out and directly going right at a man, your shit is over. Those days of you sitting back at the bar shit, that shit is over, bro. Cause the dude that actually may be good for you may be too scared to approach you. Or he just looks at you as like, yeah, she's just another hot girl summer. She looks like the rest of them, you know what I mean? So it's like, how do we see each other? Because we're scared to talk to you because of all these allegations, getting embarrassed with the phones out, all these things. So majority of decent men, we are really on that. Like, yo, you gotta say something to me so you can get this shit started. Because I'm not gonna approach you with all these goofy ass things going around on the internet. Yous have to take more of a strong approach. Yous got the jobs. Yous could do anything we can do better. Yous fought the fucking rah 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 rah. Now you got to use that to save yourself. You know, good men that actually, you know, really like. Once we see that you actually want to, you know, we'll take over from there. But it's not back in the day. Like y'all always say, it's a new year. It ain't back in the day. Well, it's not. And things sound horns. Things reversed. So we used to approach yous first. Yous got to approach us first because of the conditions we're in. Or we all can play around. Men, we get longer time. Yous don't.
And I don't like to put that out there in the universe because I truly believe what you speak.
If my father doesn't call you home. See, everybody keeps thinking 40 years old, and my father calls healthy people home. So, you know, stop playing around. Everybody's really got to stop playing around and stop. My father said, you thinking in tomorrow, making plans mean nothing to him. Why? Because he'll call you home tonight. You waking up tomorrow is a blessing. Every single day you're blessed. He don't have to wake you up. You're making plans for a life that if he don't want you to have it because you ain't been making him happy, well, you planned all that for nothing. That's in the Bible.
Into existence comes into fruition, into your reality. However, any other woman that is, 30 plus and doesn't have all these things yet, maybe you're not married, maybe you don't have a partner, maybe you don't have kids, maybe you are married and you don't have kids, I don't know, maybe you have one of the elements, but there is something maybe as well that you feel like you're an adult but you almost feel like a child. And I don't know how to explain it or put it into words, but I'm very much an adult. I very much take on responsibility. I mean, I live by myself. I pay for my own things, So it's not like I don't have a level of responsibility. It's just there is something missing. There is something that
the Lord, love, regular reality of I can pick someone and I can go be happy with them. That simple. That's what's missing. Everything's so complicated now. Everyone's so hurt and scared to take a risk and all this other shit, but we all want the rewards. My father said this is a contest and only the strong will survive and learn to endure. So, make your moves, ladies.